Live on SNE, ABS-CBN Sports in Action, here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, the anticipated, highly awaited game of the season. It's the UAAP Season 82, all for more. It's the Battle of Katipunan, Round 1. It's the UP Fighting Maroons versus the ADMU Blue Eagles. Let's meet our competing teams. The UP Fighting Maroons. Number 0, Ron Aqui. Number 1, Juan Gomez Deliano. Number 2, JB Montilla. Number 3, James Spencer. Number 6, Bobby Paras. Number 9, Noah Webb. Number 11, James Cobb. Number 10, David Morrell. Number 12, J-Boy Cobb. Number 13, June Manzo. Number 14, Will Guzum. Number 17, Danjan Abuneta. Number 20, Jerson Prado. Number 22, Javi Gomez Deliano. Number 25, Richie Rivero. And number 33, Pio Longa. The head coach of the Fighting Maroons is Bo Perasol. Here now are your ADMU Blue Eagles. Number 0, Verdi Rivera. Number 2, BJ Andrade. Number 3, Adrian Wong. Number 5, Gian Mamuya. Number 7, Mike Nieto. Number 11, Isaac Go. Number 12, Matt Nieto. Number 15, Matt Mecklenburg. Number 17, Jason Credo. Number 18, Gio Chu. Number 19, Tyler Kyo. Number 21, Matthew Daves. Number 23, William Navarro. Number 27, Este Belangel. Number 28, Troy Malilin. And number 34, Ange Kwame. The head coach of the Blue Eagles is Dan Baldwin. We would like to please proceed to center court for the handshake of sportsmanship. Our referees in this ball game, Jaime Nevado, umpire 1, Edgar Orpilla, umpire 2, Julius Remilio. Our game commissioner, Edita Botecario.
That's in real time, ladies and gentlemen, outside Araneta Coliseum. Trying to get in, as the Sunday's game is the big ticket. From a team standpoint, this is very important because this is really a battle for #1 at the end of the first round, Marco. This is other than all the other stuff that has been talked about in this match.
That's right. Ateneo win continues their makes it a 7-game winning streak, sweeping the first round, while UP win for them will bring Ateneo down to 1 loss, and by virtue of winner over the other, UP will have the #1 spot going into the start of the second round.
That's why it is very important. Mix of blue and maroon, halo-halo na kung saan-saan na nakaupo. There is obviously a side to things, Marco. There's a blue side, there's a maroon side, pero marami ring sections dito na naghalo-halo na. Okay, let me ask you something. But on paper, by perception, people think this is a battle of offense versus defense for the simple reason that we know what Ateneo's #1 in defense last year, this year. Offense because UP is loaded with individual scorers who are coming together, by the way, in the last 6 games. But is it really a battle of offense versus defense, Marco?
Well, I think based on the stats, UP is bottom half, second in the league in terms of scoring at about 71 points per game. But that is really boom because Richie Vero, Juan Gomez Deliano are still playing subpar performances offensively. And I think the reason why the perception is offense versus defense because Juan Gomez Deliano can easily average 18 points per game as he did last season. So when both these guys really come to the fore and UP gets balanced scoring from everybody, they're such a probably the most potent offensive team on paper.
Having said that, though, as you look at the starting lineups for both Ateneo and UP, it is bound to happen that there will be a couple of players, regardless of whether you call it subpar or them reining their game in, because it was bound to happen with the kind of talent that they've had. Somebody, somewhere, has to sacrifice something.
And we've seen how Juan Gomez Deliano, in particular, has adjusted his game. He has accepted and become more comfortable coming off the bench, has not started any game this season.
Which started in the second round of last year,
last season, but he has been I think he has been a key guy coming off the bench, especially leading second unit. And as we saw the starters for this ball game, no Juan Gomez Deliano, no Javi Gomez Deliano in the starting 5, but you have Kobe Paras, you have Bright Acueti. So as we saw, that ploy of Coach Lawrence Chongson of UE last Wednesday, Ray Suerte, Jed Mendoza coming off the bench.
Neil Tolentino rin yata.
Neil Tolentino as well. They will be facing the second 5 of Ateneo, and I think Coach Bopero is pretty confident that Javi and the rest of the other guys from UP have a good scoring against the second 5 of the Blue Eagles.
And of course, Marco is referring to JD Tungkab and Dave Murrell, who will start here alongside Manzo, Acueti, and their leading scorer, Kobe Paras, who is one of 2 players from UP who's in the top 5 of scoring. Kobe averaging just under 20 points. Bright is at 16. While, of course, as we've said in Ateneo, nobody is in the top 10 of scoring. There have been 18 players, Marco, who have scored 20 or more so far in Season 82 in the UAAP. A few of them, around 6 of them, have done it multiple times. And before that list came out, Ateneo had no player in that list. And they are 6-0, and that's what matters to Coach Tab Baldwin.
And this is just system basketball, and Coach Tab coming out very differently. 1-3-1 zone, something we have not seen. And this is primarily because these are the 2 poorest shooting three-point shooting teams in the league as of this moment, or as of this point in the season. Are gonna make UP beat them from the outside.
Ano sabi mo, Marco? Di kita marinig eh. I can barely hear you. But of the streaking going on, and it's still 0-0 here at the Araneta Coliseum.
Keys for me, for Ateneo, of course, defense, #1 defensive team, #1 team in terms of forcing turnovers. Execution will be key for the defending champs, and of course, rebounding and dominating inside. #1 team in terms of points in the paint allowed, #1 team in terms of rebounds allowed.
The show by Acueti on 30, in and out dribble, fakes, fires, no. And Kwame could not stay with the ball. And Manzo picks it up to the roar of the UP crowd. Trying to go up top to Dave Merle.
That's 2 turnovers already for the UP Fighting Maroons. Average about 17 turnovers per ball game. For UP Boom, I believe the key is perimeter scoring. They're last in the league in terms of perimeter scoring. They rely heavily on points in the paint and free throw shooting. Of course, transition baskets. They have to get out on the break. They're number 2 in terms of fast break points.
Ange against Bright. One-on-one. Ange showing the footwork. And the repossession and retrieval by, again, the often overlooked William Navarro.
Somebody's got to put a body on Will Navarro on this, from this UP side.
The cut by Tungkab. Kobe on the other side. Gives it up. Tungkab drives. Trapped. Manzo thought about it. Draws closer for the first 2 points of UP. Jollibee 100%, the amazing move of the quarter.
That's a good decision there on the part of Manzo. Will Navarro coming out hard. One dribble penetration and then floater.
Foul will be called on Manzo, if I'm not mistaken, at the 8:08 mark of our first quarter.
Monthly foul at number 13, Jude Manzo. That's his
7
first personal,
one-point
first team
games here in season 82 of the UAAP. 3 of them has involved UP, including the last one, of course, against De La Salle University. What does that say? What does that tell you, Marco, that UP has been involved in 3 of the 7 tight games, 1-point games this year?
Well, you know, one thing it says is they're still trying to get their chemistry together, and a lot of times it's the talent of their players that have been carrying them through on those victories. We saw the 3-pointer from Juan Gomez de Leon, his presence of mind. That's purely his talent coming to the fore, and you know it's scary even, Boom, because with the talent, once they're able to gel, there's such a potent squad.
Kobe gets away. Left-handed drive, the steal, the crossover, the conversion for our first cab end-to-end play of the game.
Very shitty athleticism, the ball handling skills. UP averaging about 7 steals per ball game.
10 on the 24 of the white and blue. Nieto for the set shot, gets it to go. An emphatic answer from beyond the arc, Manulife Vision Player of the game.
Prior to that, Matt Nieto shooting 21%, a measly 21% from the long ball this season.
Kobe against 3. No foul called. Ateneo ball. 30. Maneuvering. Nieto for another one. Nope. Kwame. Repossession and a foul on a UP Maroon.
Looks like it's going to go against Bright Acueti. Again, not enough to just put a body against Ange Kwame. Have to really move him out of that shaded area.
Here's that Matt Nieto 3 to be exact, just under 22%, 21.7%, but never afraid to shoot, especially if he has that time to set his feet.
And you know, he's very capable because in the finals last season, shot 4 out of 5 from the long ball.
2+1 special in the offing too.
Down the basket.
We talked about X factors.
He fake. Look at that fake. Merle bought it. McDonald's instant replay, and Nieto blows by. Merle couldn't do anything else but swipe at the hand.
This is also another thing that's fun to watch here in this game. The chess match between the coaches. Coach Bo recognizes Ateneo plays zone. Okay, I put in my best 3-point shooting big man in Javi Gomez de Leano.
8-4. And the opening quarter here at the Big Dome.
1-3-1.
Javi. Kobe against 30. Tungkab gets the screen. Dangerous pass to Manzo. Manzo gets in the thick of the defense and sends it out to Javi for the first triple of Javi Gomez de Leano off a PS Bankable assist in a game from Manzo. Parang PS Bank, personal loan na maasahan. Apply online, no collateral.
Immediately, that substitution paying off with that corner triple. Remember, for about 3 games this season, Javi was their #1 scorer because of side shooting.
Right at the 40% mark as Nieto with a hesitation move. Nieto leading the pack right now with 8 points and a money ball to boot.
And this is where Jun Manzo has to play defense. Matt Nieto, such a smart guard. He knows when he can attack his man.
Kobe sees daylight, sends it out to Tungkad. Tungkad thought about it. Paras will set the roadblock. Tungkad doesn't use it. Manzo again gets in there. Javi again releases. The contest by Ange Kwame. Ateneo's running. 30 quarterbacking. Nieto thought about the three. They go inside to Ange Kwame. The strip by Wright. They settle down with 10 on their 24. The cut by Will Navarro. Kwame underneath. Easy pickings. But a Yamaha Mio #1 move, and it is a 10, make that 12-7 counts here in the first quarter. It's been an explosive start here in the first quarter in front of a sizable crowd at the Araneta Coliseum. As a one big fight and UP fight bellowing down from the galleries of this historic venue. And 12-7 is our score. Your initial thoughts on the first almost 5 minutes of this game, Marco?
Well, I think the change-up defense, going to a 1-3-1 instead of a man-to-man, has really changed the complexion, especially here in the first half, because they're really forcing the Fighting Maroons to try to beat them from the outside, and with Kwame under the basket. Right now, they've gone back to their man-to-man defense, which is their normal defensive setup.
Avi back to Manzo with 8 to shoot. They go to Kobe against 30. Goes right, fakes left. Oh, what passing by UP. 12-9, a master play of the game.
I think you like about Javi Gomez de Liano, very unselfish, has great basketball IQ.
Kobe taking it away from William Navarro. This is a fantastic matchup with Bright Acueti and the numbers.
Kobe stands at about 6'6". Will Navarro is probably about 6'7", but again, the strength, athleticism, Kobe Paras allows him to keep in step with the
Gatorade hydration checkpoint is what we just passed. Yeah, you talk about that, the strength, the athleticism against the efficiency of movement from William Navarro. And with a second to shoot, did not realize it, and that's part of an atmosphere like that. In certain games, sometimes that won't happen, but in a game like this, in a crowd like this, sometimes it sucks out some of your decision making. 12-9 is our score. We have a timeout. Back inside the Araneta Coliseum, we are at 12-9. That is our score. Ateneo in the lead by 3. Coach Tab Baldwin, who accepted this job December of 2015, went straight to the finals, lost to LaSalle, went back to the finals, won against LaSalle, and then of course copped another title last year against this very same team as Tungkab throws it out. Manzo, the teardrop, got it.
Second basket of that nature for Jude Manzo. Again, the penetration of UP, back-to-back possessions, creating dividends for them.
30 will try a 3. And again, William Navarro, underestimated and overlooked, just slides in for the repossession.
That's twice he's missed a blockout against Will Navarro.
14-11. And we are coming up the 4-minute mark. Paras against Ravenna. The tap goes to Javi. Javi puts it up, gets it to trickle in.
Ever since Ateneo shifted back to a man-to-man, UP has been able to penetrate and create situations and opportunities for them to score.
It's a good point. Nieto against the taller, bigger Javi. Gomez de Leaño. Navarro sends it back out to Nieto. Thought about the 3. Dribbles in. Navarro with another offensive rebound, but they turn the ball over to UP. But they're beating them to the spot, Marco.
This is the moment that the UP crowd has been waiting for. Juan Gomez de Leaño, Richie Rivero coming into the ball game. UP with a chance in this possession to grab the lead for the first time.
Richie Rivero's first game against Ateneo in a UP uniform.
But check that, UP actually led by 2 points early on.
Maybe the creativity of Richie Rivero might excel in a defense like this. What do you think, Marco?
Well, everybody knows that he is not afraid to play in the limelight as Juan misses on his first point attempt.
Right away, jacking it up, not even 5 seconds into the game. Tells you he's ready to. Mike Nieto's in the ball game also. Nice backdoor cut. And Kobe Paras draws the foul. Actually, he commits the foul. Rivero and Manzo. A moment there prior to them subbing for each other. Kobe Paras' first personal foul. Gian Mamuyak getting ready to come in as Adrian Wong will shoot free throws. See that back cut.
And you know, the lineup of Ateneo is just stacked with players, so many players like this one, Adrian Wong, Gian Mamuyak, just who have developed such an IQ reading the defense.
It's Rafi Verano on your screens earlier. Unable to play this year, and sabi nga natin in many broadcasts, ang nakilabang talaga dyan is William Navarro. Has another offensive rebound. 15-13.
I believe that's the 5th offensive rebound by the Blue Eagles.
Nieto for 3. Paras comes away with it. That's a +4 advantage in offensive rebounds for Ateneo. Paras free for a 3. It's off to the right. And that will be the second personal foul on Bright Akweti.
And that time, Ateneo once again dropping to a 1-3-1, forcing that outside shot from Kobe Paras.
Big development here.
Ange Kwame so far has not committed a foul. UP already in the penalty. The entire Ateneo squad has yet to commit a foul, actually.
Wow.
And Kwame at the line, shooting 2.
Are you right? Ange Kwame, 63% from that area. Missing the free throw. How big is that? I mean, it's an obvious question, but I want you to answer anyway. Marco, how big is the second personal foul of Bright? What happens? What is the development after that?
Well, you expect him to sit probably majority of the second quarter because they don't want him to pick up an early a third foul here in the first half. So Ateneo for sure will try to exploit the advantage of Ange Kwame in the post. Defensively as well, Kwame will have no matchup.
Nieto goes up to 30, too high. Mamuyak stays with it. Prado on Kwame. Nieto free, uses the Kwame pick. Outside to Mike. Mike loses it though, recovers in time. Kobe dives it, and it is Juan Gomez de Leaño who sets up Richie Rivero.
This is where UP has to take advantage.
C2 fast break of the game.
You see, whenever you have Rivero, Gomez de Leaño, the break, it's like they're flying down the court.
30 settles for the jump shot, overshoots the mark. Richie holds on to that ball. 1:40 remaining here.
Definitely not the time as well for Ateneo to settle for jumpers without Bright on the floor.
Second deadlock of the game. And looking at the fast break points, that's what UP wants to do. UP takes over the lead after leading 4-2. Biggest lead for Ateneo is 5, and Javi gives him a 17-15 advantage.
And, you know, the bulk of their points have come from inside, from within 15 feet.
On teardrops and floaters, no?
It's about 8 points already on those floaters.
A tap, smart tap by Javi to younger brother Juan. And then inside to Prado. Prado about it and then shoots. Comes up short.
Gotta take the first shot. Can't hesitate.
30. Will draw the foul.
Oh, that's going to be a double dribble violation.
Check that, yeah.
Called by the referee. I thought it was a foul that was going to be called against Kobe.
Isaac Go comes in and he's telling his teammates to settle down and relax. SJ Belangel all coming in for Ateneo.
You just get the sense of how important this game is. Even for Coach Tab Baldwin, extended minutes for Ange Kwame. Normally comes out of the first quarter with about 3 minutes remaining. Right now, we're down to less than a minute.
Right, Akweti again with 2 personal fouls. Juan drives, floats, finishes.
How about the hand time?
Pure gold, always panalo move. That is the biggest lead for UP at 19-15.
It's going to be another turnover here for the Blue Eagles.
That's the 4th turnover for Ateneo. Let's look at this. The burst of speed, the explosion, style points from the former Rookie of the Year.
Bumubu pa sa ere. And you know, he's doing this against the arguably Ateneo's #1 perimeter defender in Gian Mamuyak.
Agree. Nice cut. Rivero with a free lane.
And you mentioned to me, Boo, how the penetrators of UP will flourish against this man-to-man.
21-15 with 3 seconds to shoot. And a stop by UP.
And the end of one makes the UP fighting the
The end of the first quarter.
The Ateneo Blue Eagles the lead.
Ateneo is behind by 7. back inside the Araneta Coliseum as UP closed the first quarter in style with an 8-0 run. Let me correct if I said it's a 7-point lead. It's a 6-point lead, 21-15, and Ateneo made only one field goal in the last 4 minutes of that first quarter. Tell us how that happened. How did the 8-0 run happen for you?
Boom, they're settling for outside shots. They're 2 out of 9 on jump shots. And those misses, those long misses are what is fueling those runs, those transition points coming from the UP Fighting Maroons. And whenever you have Juan Gomez de Liano and Richie Rivero and even Kobe Paras leading that fast break, almost impossible to stop.
Marco, this is only the second time Ateneo is behind after the first quarter. The last time was against UE in their last game. And that obviously they were able to make the adjustment in the second half. Bludgeoned underneath is SJ Belangel to start off the second quarter. You look at the points off turnovers, 8-2 so far. Kobe Paras now with 2 personal fouls. So that's a development there. The Bright Aqueti development and Kobe Paras development, especially because they're also getting creamed on defensive rebound.
That's right.
Part of this game, talking about UP. So that's something na babantayan natin, Marco.
But for UP, if they can keep this pace, Ateneo is not used to this pace. They're the #1 team, or UP rather, is actually one of the best teams in terms of scoring in transition.
Right.
As we mentioned, 4-0 advantage in terms of fast break points so far for the Fighting Maroons.
They want this game fast. They want this game to be frantic. As you see, obviously, UP with the advantage there with Richie coming in, Juan coming in, and Javi coming in.
Open court basketball is where your talent will flourish. And when you have guys like Juan GDL, Richie Rivero, they won't flourish in a grinded out type of a ball game, which Ateneo loves to do.
Manzo's turn to get into the lane. No. 13-2 advantage in bench points, as I mentioned earlier, with those 3 guys coming in for UP. 21-17. Go. Mismatch. Oh, misses the gimme. The block. It's still with Ateneo. Really eating up those offensive boards, but they keep it in play in this part of the game as Stab Baldwin looks on.
As you mentioned, 5 offensive rebounds for the Blue Eagles, just 1 for the Fighting Maroons. 11-7 rebounding advantage. Double high.
Richie trying to feed it. Manzo. And then back to Richie, who goes to the reverse.
With no shot blocker in the lane. That's easy pickings there for Rivero.
6-point lead. Biggest lead of the game. And the biggest lead for Ateneo was 5. Nieto against GTL. Back to Isaac Go. Straight and true, but short. And a foul on a rebound scramble, I believe, on Mamu. Si Mamu ba tatawagan dito?
Looks like it.
5, GN Mamuyak. That's his first personal.
A lot of credit goes to Gerson. So far, he's been blitzing those ball screens coming from Ateneo, and he has done a great job recovering to the paint to prevent those interior passes to Isaac Go.
He's going to get a lot of minutes today, probably, especially here in this first half because of those 2 personal fouls on Bright. Umangat na sa 15 itong bench points ng UP. Uy, naiwanan na naman si Rivero. Rivero, no foul call.
No foul call. Miscommunication there between Mamuyak and Andrade. Way to get back in transition for UP.
Prado na iwanan. Gian Mamuyak floats in for the 2 with a Jollibee 100%. The amazing move of the quarter.
And that's not Prado's job. His job is to really just to hedge and then get back down to the paint. They have to change it up and get his man back. Talking about the Mamuyak.
Bone-crushing screen for Gerson Prado, who is chasing Isaac Go back here in play. Nieto finds Belangel, thought about the 3, gets the ball back, the show by Prado. Kinayod paloob. Gumawa ng paraan for a what a flex, kakaibang move.
Stop and go move there from SJ Belangel. Another heady point guard coming from the Blue Eaglets program.
Prado is tired right now. He's only averaging 5 minutes a game.
Hanging on to his shorts.
Yeah. One. Richie off to the left. Monzo tries to save it. Unable to.
And those are the shots that Ateneo would rather Richie Rivero take, rather than him penetrating and doing his working his magic inside the paint.
Kwame and Akweti.
Little early here for Bright Akweti, but Coach Bo Perasol recognizes the importance of maintaining this lead.
23-21. The incursion. The swing of the ball. Spike Nieto comes up short. The tap of Kwame tracking it down, and another repossession for Ateneo. They swing it to the other side for Andrade and a three. Third opportunity. Kwame is gobbling up those offensive rebounds. Kwame has a mismatch underneath. Nieto swings it out to Belangel for three. No. And this time taps it, but runs out of space. So that would be what? The fourth opportunity now.
But you know, UP with the right idea, forcing Ateneo to those outside shots. They've done a great job packing it inside the paint.
10 under 24. Nieto pops out. Ange slides in. Back to Mike. Sorry, back to Matt. Iniwanan. Kinapos. Mike. No. Manzo looks ahead. Manzo sends it to Juan. No foul call. No foul call. Wow, they're letting the players play today, Marco.
That was a
both ends up.
hit.
Both ends. Let's look at this McDonald's instant replay. Juan Gomez de Leon. Position by Nieto.
That's a lot of contact. Referee's got to call something.
Whether it's an offensive or defensive, you mean. Right now, we are stuck at 23-21. Under 6 minutes to play. Belangel against Rivero. Naiwanan, 15-footer, comes up short. Richie helps out on the rebound.
Another missed jumper for the Blue Eagles.
Richie wild on the drive. Manzo sends it downstairs to Richie, and an offensive foul called on June Manzo.
Can't help to think, but that part of that call was because of the previous non-call. But that was a great defensive stance there from SJ Belangel.
5 turnovers for both teams. Low-scoring second quarter after that explosive first quarter. Things settling down here.
And this is more to Ateneo's liking.
Got a timeout. We will be back. Back inside. The very noisy, vociferous, and loud Araneta Coliseum on this Sunday for game number 2 of your Sunday doubleheader. Earlier today, UE beat NU 78-72 to go up 2-5 to end their first round. Isamolde is in attendance here from the UP side. 2 minutes, nothing happening field goal wise. Speaking of field goals, see it on the screens, but 2 minutes scoreless tayo dito, Marco.
Meanwhile, Ateneo going with a Matt Nieto, SJ Belangel backcourt.
William Navarro is back in the game. 30 Ravenna is also back in the game.
New face on the floor here as well for the UP Fighting Maroons.
1 second on the shot clock, and Jan Haboneta is called for a big foul.
No basket. Holding foul number 16, Jan Aboneta.
Boneta was the one called for that one. JD Mantilla
Yeah.
is now in the ballgame.
Third team foul here for the Fighting Maroons. Ateneo has 1.
Only the 4th time that JV Mantilla will play here in season 82.
Looking for the mismatch against Haboneta.
So is Nieto against Mantilla, who's fronting Nieto. Kwame for 3, and he gets it to go! And Kwame, 4 out of 10 from beyond the arc. After that one, right at the Gatorade hydration checkpoint.
Nothing Bright could do but just shake his head. But you know, if I'm Bright Acueti, I'd rather live with that than bang bodies with Kwame inside the paint.
That breaks a more than 2 minute scoring drought. Lines it up,
number 2.
gets it through,
Mandatory
and Ateneo
timeout.
gets the lead back at 24-23. Hatch Kwame knocking in only the 2nd triple of Ateneo in this game after a myriad of misses. 5 points for him, but that meant a 4th lead change of the game. 24-23, 4:46 remaining here in the first half, in the final game of the first round of the UAAP season 82.
You know, this is a more defensive-oriented quarter to the liking of Ateneo. They've outscored UP 9-2 here, and both teams shooting below 30% from the field.
It's an excellent point as Kobe misses the turnaround there. Again, you made the point. If it becomes down and dirty, grit and grind, that's what Ateneo likes against this UP Maroon team, which is what they did at the end of that first quarter. With an 8-0 run, Kwame fades away.
And I think that's bailing out Bright Acueti from playing defense.
Kobe full speed, drives hard.
Not many players here in the league can challenge Ange Kwame like that. Put him on the body.
Holy, downhill. Like a runaway train. The lead goes back to UP with 4 minutes to play. Navarro has to shoot with 3 seconds left. Rattles out, and it will go to UP as Mantilla is trying to block out Ange Kwame.
Gotta love the effort from Mantilla. He has been mixing it up inside the paint with anybody wearing white.
Yes, exactly. Trying being the operative word for JV Mantilla. Nagtitimon para sa UP with Richie Rivero, Kobe Paras, Jan Haboneta, and Bright Acueti. Rivero getting creative, left-handed. Acueti not get it to spin up, crawl up. So Nieto attacks on the other side, and 30 is free underneath.
Another bright assist there coming from Matt Nieto.
Richie, though, so creative in getting into that thick of the defense.
Although I think Ange Kwame got a piece of that, or at least a follow-up from Bright.
Back to Richie, gets the step, blocked, erased by Ange Kwame.
And you see Ange Kwame banging, getting into position against Bright Acueti, but still managing to challenge the layup of Richie Rivero.
Leading shot blocker of the league. Juan Gomez de Leaño is back in the ball game. Mantilla recovers. It's back to UP. Kobe. Mauubusan ng oras.
Shot clock violation.
30 went up for the block, but time expired already. 26-25 is our score.
Full court pressure here.
Man, the effort, though, of every single player today in the first half.
And we're only at 26-25.
All right, which is more to the liking of Ateneo. The cut to Nieto, then the cut for Navarro. Navarro and Kwame able to put it down.
Again, it's not enough to put a body on Ange Kwame. You have to push him out just so long.
3-point lead. Kitang-kita ni 30. 30 accelerates. And before that, he was 0 of 5, Marco, and now back-to-back hits for 30 Ravenna for the 30-25 lead for the defending champions. You're watching the UAAP Season 82 broadcast here live and exclusive courtesy of ABS-CBN Sports. It is 30-25 for the Blue Eagles here, the defending champions. 30 Ravenna, 0 of 5 prior to that cut and basket, and then this anticipation of the pass from Juan, and then goes all the way, giving them a 5-point lead.
UP has only scored 4 points here in the second quarter, while Ateneo already with 15. And the Fighting Maroons have got to force Ateneo to those jump shots. Can't allow Ateneo to go to the paint. They're 4 out of 6 on layups or tip-ins, while 2 out of 12 on jumpers.
4 points, 4 rebounds for William Navarro.
James Spencer in the game.
For the very first time, ano?
Yeah.
With Japoneta, Acueti, Kobe, and Juan. Bright, a little wild on that finish. Another try, it draws the foul. First personal on Ange Kwame.
Number 4, Ange Kwame.
That's going to be,
First
yeah,
personal, team
that's
foul
right, going to
number
go against
3.
Ange Kwame for his first personal. One of the few times that
And
Bright
the
has really
line,
gotten
shooting two,
a touch,
Brian Kwame.
good touch under the basket, especially here in the second quarter.
70%. I hear ya. Rose, Acueti, the mom. Kevin, the brother, is here. I think from what we found out, they're watching for the very first time together live. And she's looking at, I hope she doesn't have a weak heart because she's looking at her son battling underneath.
James Spencer matchup against Matt Nieto, so Coach Bo putting a big defender.
Kobe with 2 personal fouls against William Navarro. 30 asking for it. Japoneta chasing. The tap by Acueti. Kobe against 2. Kobe drives, gets it.
You see, every time Kobe Paras gets out on the break, good things happen for the Fighting Maroons.
6 points for him. Nobody behind Ange Kwame. Right there, risking that 3rd foul. Wong. Back to Wong. Bright shows out. Ravenna shoots the 3. Overshoots. Well, he got because he knew Ange Kwame was there to inhale another offensive rebound. I believe his 6th offensive rebound.
I was about to say that was a good defensive stand for UP, but then Ange Kwame gotta box him out.
Acueti underneath. The cut. Japoneta. Return to sender. Sends Ange. Nieto nakawala. Nieto goes to the other side. The bang and the bucket.
Matt Nieto, what an impact here. Using the body to shield against Kobe Paras.
Ateneo with a 6-0 run. UP answers with a 4-0 run. And then Ateneo counters with another 4-0 run, probably 5 with this free throw coming.
And 1.
Kobe actually telling the referee he didn't have contact in that sequence. That is his 3rd foul, by the way. So that's bigger.
Station, JD Tongab.
JD Tongab will come in for Aboneta. As you look at the offensive rebounds for Ange Kwame.
By himself, out rebounding the entire UP team.
So 3rd personal foul for Kobe. They're going to keep him in, Marco, with 49 seconds remaining. This is now a 6-point lead. That matches the biggest lead of UP earlier on.
Just tells you how important it is for them to get a basket to close out the quarter.
Careless for Spencer to just casually drop it.
Counter steal.
Tongab taking it, setting up Acueti, who draws contact from Ange Kwame. His personal.
That's a veteran move there from Bright Acueti. Banging bodies, drawing the foul.
34, Ange Kwame.
Total block. So he's out blocking, out rebounding offensively the whole UP team.
That's going to be the 2nd personal foul. So both he and Bright in the same boat.
Kobe 1 with 3. Final 32 seconds of the first half. Good as advertised, as expected, for this rematch of last year's finals. With some new characters. And new ingredients in the mix.
One thing UP has done well is they've converted on Ateneo turnovers. 7 turnovers for the Blue Eagles, 12 turnover points. So that's almost 2 points per turnover.
And taking out Kobe Paras here, wise thing to avoid the 3rd personal fouls. Noah Webb in. Situational here. Also, Gerson Prado wanted to check in for Bright Acueti, which would have been the better thing to do too.
Ball will still go back to UP.
Right. 4-point lead for Ateneo. Mamu. Gets it back, thought about the three, now releases. Comes up short, Bright Aqueti with the retrieval.
A lot of time.
And they go to with 7 seconds against Mamu. One, oh! Stepping away there.
That's a tough
That's
shot,
tough.
especially
That's
for a left-handed shooter. Going to his right. But you saw the distance he created.
And that will do it for our first half. Ateneo leads UP
It's the Ateneo
35-31 here at the Araneta Coliseum.
31. Abundant Washington check. Picture na lang via BS Bank Mobile Check Deposit. Open an account now and download the BS Bank mobile app.
Something that we all need right now is this halftime break as both teams go back to the locker room, reassess, and see what's going on after that first half. So the spotlight will all be on the fans in this segment of the broadcast. Our PS Bankable fan of the game. Deposit checks in a snap with PS Bank Mobile. Download now. It is 35-31 for the defending champions. Hey, show some support for your team. Shop now for official licensed UAAP merchandise at UAAPstore.com. We'll take a break. We'll be back with Marco Benitez breaking down our first half.
Live your best life with Manulife. Congratulations to Francis Elum from the blue side and John from the maroon side. You now have 2 million passes worth of insurance coverage. Manulife is a proud sponsor and partner of the UAAP for the 5th consecutive year. Live your best life with Manulife. Congratulations to Francis Elum from the blue side and John Jimenez from the maroon side.
We are at the half, 35-31 is our score. Ateneo with a 4-point lead. The biggest lead for UP was 6 with Ateneo. Boom Gonzalez, Marco Benitez took a breath, settled down, did what you have to do for halftime. And Marco, tell us how that first half went.
Well, the first quarter, Ateneo started out strong, but towards the end of that first quarter, UP made a run, especially when Richie Rivero and Juan Gomez de Liaño made their way onto the floor. We saw the athleticism, we saw the talent on full display, as well as Kobe Paras. But Ateneo grinded it out in the second quarter, limited UP to just 10 points while they scored 20 points in that second quarter. And they've been dominating the offensive glass, 13-4. 7 offensive rebounds already for Bright Acueti. Those 13 offensive rebounds leading to 12 second chance points, only 4 second chance points for the Fighting Maroons. Starters of Ateneo doing a number on the UP Fighting Maroons starters, but primarily also because Juan and Javi and even Richie Rivero have come off the bench. That's the reason why bench points in favor of the Fighting Maroons.
Those 13 extra possessions, Marco, really killing UP here in the first half. As you look at the leaderboard, obviously Kwame will be there with the rebounds. Nieto with 11, Gomez de Liaño 7 on the other side. Kwame with 4 blocks, Richie Rivero with 2. First half of this saga, UP Ateneo, is done. We'll be back with the second half after these. Watching us live on SNA and of course on Liga. Mga kapamilya, commute warrior ka ba sa ABS-CBN TV Plus Go? Masasurvive mo na ang stress ng araw-araw na traffic haba ng pila at hassle ng commute. Catch the UAP live as it airs. No data charges while watching. Follow TV Plus Go on Facebook to know more. Also, catch all the UAP 82 men's basketball action on iWant. Just download the iWant app or go to iwant.ph/sports and watch the games live and on replay anytime, anywhere. And don't forget, we are just 2 months away from the 2019 Asian Games. The Philippines plays host with the theme We Win as One. The opening ceremony is on November 30, Saturday. And And you can expect to catch Southeast Asian Games action right here on SNA and League. As you're looking, by the way, at the Toho creating beautiful plays. November 30, opening ceremony. So Philippines again playing host. We win as one. Yan ang ating theme. Catch the action on SNA, Liga, sports.abs-cbn.com, and I Want Sports. And for those of you wondering why, we have a compressed UAAP season. That is the explanation. That's to make way, of course, to give way to the Southeast Asian Games.
You know, but you know, Boom, as a player, you love that kind of schedule.
Do you? Okay, good. Good that you brought that up, Marco. This compressed season, did you ever experience anything like this?
Well, no, not during my time. Usually there was normally a week in between games, and that's what we've experienced past few seasons.
Right.
But right now, you barely have enough time to practice, and as a player, you love those when after a game, 1 day break, and then you prepare for the next game. So it's really very exciting, and there's not a lot of opportunity to get bored or to get bored with a lot of skills training, so to speak. But we all know that is still very essential.
Under 20,000 strong here at the Araneta Coliseum. And also, you know, everything's, you know, sometimes it's a matter of, you know, things happening at the right time. Compress na nga yung schedule. Ganito pa yung parity ng league.
Yeah.
Ganito pa yung talent level. So, it just parang adding more, you know, fuel to the fire.
It's like one big sprint.
Right. So, the big winners here are us, the spectators, the fans of UAAP basketball, as we are seconds away from the start of our second half. Room Gonzalez, Marco Benitez, Franny Reyes, of course, reporting for Ateneo. Ay Mayo para naman sa UP. Yes, Marco.
And boom, going back to the keys of the game for the UP Fighting Maroons. Of course, get out, transition, 10-5 advantage in terms of fast break points, forced turnovers. They've got 14-9 advantage in terms of points off turnovers.
Ravenna attacking. Kobe, obviously, that is the right mindset. 3 personal fouls on Paras, who loses possession there and starts the third quarter with a turnover. So now, 6-point lead once again for Ateneo. Let's check the lineups. 30, Matt Nieto, Ange Kwame, Adrian Wong, and William Navarro. The same for Ateneo. A little switch for UP. Rivero starts with Noah Webb, Bright Acueti, Kobe Paras, and June Manzo. Nieto from the elbow. Biggest lead of any team, of either team, is right now 39-31.
And Matt Nieto really feeling it this afternoon. Season high. Season A2 has been 15 points. Already with 13.
They go back to that 1-3-1 formation yata, Marco.
Showing a little bit of it, but again, going back to man-to-man.
Wright with the offensive rebound. A foul drawn by Wright on Matt Nieto.
Holding foul,
Only the 5th offensive rebound for the Fighting Maroons. All except one, courtesy of Bright Acueti.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
One thing that killed Ateneo Boom in the first half were their turnovers.
Doon sa dulo ng first quarter, no?
7 turnovers led to 14 turnover points for UP.
Richie trying to go one-on-one. Wright thought about the 3. Back to Richie, and a foul will be called on an Atenean.
Adrian Wong sacrificing his face there.
Number 3, Adrian Wong, that's his first personal second team foul.
A hop. Woo! Coach Tab Baldwin has something to say on the sidelines.
14
That
seconds
call.
on the shot clock.
It looked like Adrian Wong was in position, but Bright tried to sidestep.
Richie again sets up Bright. Bright called for the traveling as Ange Kwame pulls the chair on him.
Recognized that that was what Bright tried to do to him or did to him in the first half, so adjusting his defensive stance.
Wong pops out. 30 uses the roadblock. 30 sees a gap. 30 drives hard. The tap, and that UP possession.
Great shot by Bright Acueti. not to pick up another foul, just went straight up to challenge 30.
Technical foul will be called on Coach Tab Baldwin here.
That's going to be for continuous complaining.
Referees James Rivano, ating crew chief, Edgar Orpilla, Julius Medillo. He's asking, I suppose he was still complaining about the Adrian Wong foul.
And then probably a little bit of the contact on 30 against Bright.
Hanzo knocks down the freebie. Cut the lead down.
First,
7.
Yeah, first point of UP, if I'm not mistaken, here in the third quarter.
Correct. 8-point lead is the biggest UP possession now.
That's going to be an offensive foul on Manzo. And you see his teammates quick to restrain Manzo. They know how important this game is. You cannot afford to get a technical foul.
And as usual, Matt Nieto selling it well.
14 seconds on the
The game within the game.
Yeah.
Agawan. That will be a jump. And a little physical start here to the third quarter. Ravenna, Noah Webb.
Good defense there. Yeah, good defense by Noah Webb though.
He's the one who broke up the play. Manzo tries to get in there. Webb at 30. That's where the jump happens.
How did Manzo end up there?
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. And he slips at the same time, which kind of hurt his ankle.
I think he was ready to break up anything that was he thought might have happened between 30 and Noah Webb, but unfortunately slipping in the process.
Kasi hindi niya yata narinig din yung pito eh.
I don't think it was intentional.
I didn't hear the whistle, although you were expecting it because 30 and Noah Webb were locked in. Possession arrow will stay with UP, am I correct? Stay with Ateneo.
Good decision there by the referee not to call anything more than a jump ball.
Shot clock at 11 seconds.
They've got 11 on the shot clock.
Oh, what a screen. Set for Wong. The tap goes to a UP player. Richie looks ahead. Richie sets up Kobe! Kobe misses. The highlight. Ravenna on the other end draws the foul.
At 30 making sure this time to make contact on Bright Acueti. But what about that highlight? Would have been highlight from Kobe Paras.
What a pass by Richie. Adrian Wong bothering Kobe at the last second, so Kobe unable to finish the play in our McDonald's instant replay.
And I hope he didn't hurt his lower back.
On the stretch.
On that stretch. It looks like he's trying to stretch it out.
And by the way, the foul was called on Bright Acueti earlier on the 30 drive, no?
And the referees, looks like they're now giving Bright a technical foul.
Right?
Technical foul on Bright Acueti for continuous complaining.
Now that's a development because that would mean a personal foul too.
So now they have to make the decision.
Because a technical foul is equivalent
as a personal foul.
Personal foul. So that foul on 30 and then a technical foul. Am I correct, Marco?
That's two quick ones. So up goes Gerson Prado to the scorer's table.
Gerson Prado for
Prado will be reassigned here. And Gerson Prado, who played almost 6 minutes in that first half, am I correct?
Yeah.
6 quality minutes. As Ateneo looking for more separation here in the third.
First trip to the foul line for 30 Ravenna. 6 points, 3 out of 10 from the field. Matt Nieto so far leads all scorers with 13. Nobody on the UP side in double figures.
Paras against Ravenna. Webb trying to find a way out of this. Nieto too aggressive on that defensive play.
I notice how Ateneo has turned up the defensive pressure a couple of notches higher. Now that Bright Acueti is on the bench, they have the clear defensive advantage with Kwame on the floor.
Richie uses screen. They go to Gerson Prado. Prado trying to go back door. Richie sidestep again. Not that time. Ateneo defense clamping down, and here they are on the run. Nieto. Nieto free for a three. Gets it to go! Biggest lead of the game. Manulife Vision player of the game. 45-32.
Fighting Maroons.
Under 20,000 in attendance here on this UAAP Sunday for part 2 of Ateneo versus UP. We're happy to have you with us as Ateneo drops a 10-1 bomb. Hence the reaction from the crowd, the bench, Fudgy Bar, O-Bar, Taya.
Matt Nieto, 30 Ravenna with 5 points apiece here in the third quarter. Ateneo shooting 60%. UP has yet to make a field goal. They've already committed 3 turnovers here in the third quarter, resulting in those Ateneo baskets.
Prado is trapped. That's a foul by Adrian Wong. And add to that, of course, is the 4 personal fouls of Bright Acueti.
Ateneo trying to go for the kill here in the third quarter, applying full court pressure. Juan Gomez de Liano in the ball game together with brother Javi.
16 seconds on the shot clock.
Rivero will trigger. Obi Paras playing with 3 personal fouls. Sets up Richie. Richie drives again. Ange Kwame was there. Richie tries to find a way. Cannot get it to fall. The triple on the way, gets it to go! Javi also looking for a foul and a Domino's Pizza. What a delivery play, something they really needed, Marco.
Much needed triple there just to stop the bleeding.
Ange dominating underneath. Too easy, too strong. Yamaha Mio #1 move.
And that was despite the help from the baseline. Double high.
Juan inside to Prado. Prado waited for Kwame.
Gotta go up quickly.
Yep. And Bo Perasol thrown out of the game. He is done. He is highly emotional, extremely livid. And could not control himself here. The one-time Ateneo coach, Bo Perasol, who coached Ateneo 2013 and 2016. His team down 12 here.
That's 2 technicals. He's got to be escorted out of the playing court. That's going to be a big development here for the Fighting Maroons. Ateneo up by 12 points.
Disqualifying foul on the head coach.
And Bo Perasol went at crew chief Jaime Ribano.
Out of the playing court.
And now UP has to regroup, recover without their coach. They have to get a hold of the situation.
This is going to be a test of character for the Fighting Maroons.
Ricky Dandan will take over. Pochwinho is there. The lead is 12 with a ton of basketball to play, Marco.
Referee is asking the Fighting Maroons to come back to the floor because there was no timeout called.
Javi still limping from that shot earlier. Sumayad din sa kanya yata nung tumira siya ng tres, ano? Pero referees didn't call anything because probably incidental contact or linabas niya yung paa or we don't know. So you think that Bo Perasol reaction was an accumulation already of interpretation,
I think so.
missed calls or calls that went against him? It wasn't one call against like the Prado play,
I
right?
don't think one call will merit that sort of a reaction, especially given the enormity of the moment and the enormity of this game. It's a confluence of many events. But you know what? Knowing the type of mindset Coach Bo has, sees that his team is down by a big margin, nothing pretty much happening, wouldn't put past him to make that sort of an action statement just to get his team fired up.
See if that works, because right now,
and hopefully try to change the complexion of the calls to their favor.
So now it's a 14-point lead, biggest of the ball game at 49-35.
Elevator.
Nieto. Navarro sets up for 3. Short. Another offensive repossession for Ateneo. And another 3 to add salt to the wound.
First triple of the game by my count for Adrian Wong.
Yeah, you're right. The takeaway here. UP's got to be careful this doesn't get out of hand. Javi.
This is where the veterans of the Fighting Maroons have to settle the ship. They've got to execute. Make stops on defense, execute their offense. And look at Matt Nieto, season average 7.3 points per game, 16 points, 6 of 11 from the field.
Well, we talked about this at pregame. You talked about the Kobe's, the Navarros, the 30s, the Kwames, and the Bright Acueti. Threw you the question, who might be, you know, the guy who is the wild card here, and he was one of the names that
so
you
far
mentioned.
Matt Nieto proving us right. Meanwhile, for you, it has been Javi Gomez de Liano that has been the bright spot, as both Kobe and Bright Acueti have been limited to just 6 points in this ball game.
4 points only in the third quarter for UP. Missed free throws for Javi Gomez de Liano, who breaks up the play there and forces a giveaway.
And this is where Ateneo also cannot relax. If you're a Blue Eagle fan, you have UP on the ropes.
Blood on the knee of Gerson Prado. Bright Akweti playing with 4 personal fouls. Might not see him for a while.
They're going to have to put urgent attention on that because so far he has been their lone substitute for Bright Akweti as G-Boy Gob makes his first appearance.
And only his 3rd overall in season 82. UP's 4-game winning streak on the line. Ateneo looking to sweep the first round.
Eddie Roa is going to get caught for a hand check. And that's going to send Juan GDL to the free throw line. So chance for UP here to inch closer while the clock stopped.
Pat Magdenberg will come in for William Navarro. Coach Tab will stretch his bench here. He can afford it as Gian Mamuyak also marching on and trying to get in to the ball game and missed free throws again. So that's what, the 3rd?
Yeah, 3rd missed free throw for the Fighting Maroons. 5 of 8.
2 from Javi, 1 from Juan.
Normally a 80% free throw shooter. And Gian Mamuyak will make his way to replace Adrian Wong. So again, the dearth of perimeter defenders for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. On the floor right now, 30, Matt, Gian Mamuyak, Magdenberg, and Ange Kwame still on the floor. Now they're going to try to go against Kwame, or to Kwame rather.
Kwame bullying his way. UP possession. The foul will be called on 30 Ravenna, I believe.
Pushing foul on number 0.
That's going to be mean free throws once again.
Yun ang masakit dahil 5 minuto pa to.
Oh. 30 Ravenna right now with 2 personal fouls.
Look at the offensive rebound story. +8 are the Blue Eagles.
+8 din yung second chance points. As a result, 15-7.
So we'll slow down things here in the 3rd quarter as free throws will be taken. Five-minute mark. For those of you who missed it, Bright Akweti called for his 4th personal foul. Well, actually called for a 3rd personal foul, and then called for a technical foul, which is a personal foul. So he has 4, and then a few moments after that, Coach Bo Perasol gets into the court, gets in the face of Jaime Ribano, the crew chief, and is assessed 2 quick technicals right away, thrown out of the playing court. Cool his heels in the locker room. And that all happened while UP was down 12, if I'm not mistaken. Now, 17 is the biggest lead, as Ateneo will go small here.
Meanwhile, UP held to 10 points in the 2nd quarter, has only managed 5 here in the 3rd, while giving up 17 points to the Blue Eagles. Kobe with a chance to add to that.
So the 17-point lead is the biggest, as 4 free throws have been missed here in the 3rd quarter by UP. The biggest lead that UP has faced is 18 against Adamson University. That's 43-25 with 9:36 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
And I believe they came back from that and forced overtime.
Gatorade hydration checkpoint is what we just crossed. 52-35, you're right. Nieto, free for 3. Missing anything this time. Kobe picks it up. Sends it over to Juan. Juan, wala nang babaan. A foul will be called on Magdenberg on the follow-up by Javi.
That was a nice forward pass coming from Kobe Paraza. These are opportunities here for the Maroons just to try to trim this deficit down. Still half a quarter pretty much remaining.
Mandatory timeout.
Got a timeout here. I think we all need this. 52-37 is our score. Back inside the Araneta Coliseum, UAP Sunday, the close to the first round of men's basketball. Today, Coach Ricky Dandan, video coach winning ways. He will take over now from Bo Pirasol, who was thrown out just moments ago.
You know, Coach Ricky Dandan, not a stranger to the head coaching job, was formerly also once
With
head coach of the UP Fighting Maroons.
Free throw made by Javi Gomez de Leano. What has to happen here to fire up whether it's a mini run or a major run for UP?
They've got to force turnovers. Ateneo has only committed 1 turnover the entire third quarter. Remember, they were forced to 7 turnovers the entire first half, where UP capitalized with 14 turnover points. So UP's got to get points off of turnovers and off of transition as SJ Belangel hits that 17-footer.
Again, solid screen provided by Magdenberg there. Jollibee 100% the amazing move of the quarter. Some of the things don't, put an emphasis, but Coach Tab and his coaching staff always put emphasis on the right way to not only set the screen, but go through a screen.
Oh, and that's going to be an offensive foul against Javi Gomez de Leano. So another good defense stop by the Blue Eagles.
Add to what you were saying, Marco, again, penalty ang Ateneo, no? That UP might want to kind of crawl back here using that tactic.
But UP with 5 turnovers, not helping themselves.
Under 4 minutes to play and a counter-offensive foul. This one, Magdenberg setting the illegal pick, just as we were mentioning. Them setting screens. Manzo will come back into the ball game. Javi Gomez de Leano will move out.
I think this is the first time that that UP is going to go with Juan GDL,
Jun Manzo
backcourt, and Tukab as well. As you see there, SJ Belangel, 6 points, 2 out of 5 in 6 minutes. So again, another guy stepping up here for the Blue Eagles.
Paras. Inside. Webb with the left hand. And one thing about Kobe Paras also, as you see the PS Bankable assist of the game, parang PS Bank personal loan na maasahan, apply online, no collateral. In this season, you see him as a willing to do.
That's right. Averaging about close to 2 assists per ball game.
30. Creates space for himself.
Too big.
Carving out Noah Webb from the picture.
Again, without Bright Akueti in the paint, UP with a small lineup.
15-point lead. Kobe with 8. Paras will settle for a 3. Backrooms that one. Manzo looking for Paras here. Gets the ball back. Kobe puts the step. No foul called. The challenge by 30. Belangel. Umuyak. Out to Ravenna. Twirl, spins, no.
Well challenged there by Kobe Paras. Made 30. Have to flip it.
3 on the way. Overshoot.
Not really the shot you'd want to see from JD Tukab early in the shot clock.
That's what a 15-point deficit can do sometimes, Marco. They'll come back in a hurry. That's what you want.
That's going to be a turnover.
No, it stays with Ateneo.
Station William Navarro.
William Navarro will check back into the ball game to replace 30 Ravenna.
4 out of 7 since he started 0 of 5. Started with that backdoor cut. The lay-in.
He's got 9 points in the third quarter.
And just like what happened in that UE game, they were behind 7 in the first half, recovering after halftime and pulling away in the third. That's what they're doing here to UP. Mamuyak backrooms that one. The tap goes to Manzo. Manzo accelerates, comes up short. Magdenberg keeping possession and giving it up to SJ. And under a minute or 2 minutes to play.
Boom, the little things did not have to go for the chase down block or go for the block up top. Just stayed vertical, did SJ Belangel.
SJ tries a 3. Money is in. Adding insult to injury right now. And this is an 18-point lead. We are at that point where UP tried to come back against Adamson. Well, actually successfully came back. Forced overtime. 18-point deficit.
We still have the entire fourth quarter though.
Correct.
For the Fighting Maroons.
Kobe, dangerous. Will draw a foul.
Trying to split the double team.
Number 27, S.J. Milangel. That's his second personal.
Second personal foul against S.J. Belangel. And again, Kobe will go to the free throw line.
7 points for Paras, 4 rebounds, 19-point average.
Free throws for Kobe Paras.
With the defensive clamps really being put by the Ateneo team. We posed the question at the start of the game, Marco, how they will defend Paras here, who's averaging 19. Now 8 points only.
He's only made 3 out of 11 field goals, has gone to the line. This is only his third and fourth trip to the free throw line.
2 for 2 on that trip though.
David Morrell for
Morrell comes in. Webb subs out.
And it also does not help UP either, Boom, that Bright has only played 16 minutes because of foul trouble. So that is, I think that is a humongous factor as well.
Sure. And a luxury for Coach Tab. He's sitting in Ange Kwame for a long time here. He's fresh for the fourth quarter. Berg loses it to Juan Gomez de Leaño with under a minute to play here in the third. Find. They kick it out. Kobe will drive. Juan Gomez for 3. No. They end up with Manzo. Kobe underneath fakes and is blocked by Gian Mamuyak, but there will be a foul. And he will shoot 2 free throws.
And Gian Mamuyak cannot believe the call.
Gian Mamuyak, that's his second personal.
Looks like a lot of ball.
If anything, Marco, the previous move, probably the initial drive of Kobe, could have drawn a foul, but this one looked really clean for Mamu.
But again, Kobe Paras staying aggressive.
And taking advantage of the penalty as much as they can. Kobe, wonder if he said, I got you. You got me on that play. Missing a free throw with 8 seconds remaining and a 15-point deficit. Staring at the Fighting Maroons. Belangel settles for an 18-footer. Got it. And again, solid screen. Freeing up S.J. Belangel.
And the teammates of Tukab have to call that out.
Wild drive. Paras against Navarro. Paras will draw it again and will revisit the free throw line.
And you have to give it to Kobe Paras, continuing to be aggressive, putting pressure on the defense, force the referee to make a call. Here's a drag screen leading to the pull-up. SJ.
Kobe Paras has played 26 minutes in this game as you look at the contributions of S.J. Belangel on your screens.
And he has entered double figures. 11 points right now for Paras.
Does average around 36 minutes a game anyway. He's trying to get some points via the free throw line. Differential of a second between clocks, so you know what that means.
Offensive substitution here. Isaac Go coming in for Magdeburg. And UP will employ full court pressure.
15 seconds remaining in the third. On this fight for number 1 in the team standings. Go. Wrestling underneath. Navarro settles for the 3 at the end of the third quarter. Without Coach Paul Perasol, UP will have to come back from a 61-46 deficit. little under 20,000 in attendance for this UAAP Sunday, where we saw UE beat NU earlier 78-72 to close out their first round with a win. 2-5 na sila sa ating team standings. The winner of this game becomes number 1 at the end of the first round.
And very similar to that third quarter explosion against the Red Warriors, Ateneo outscoring the Fighting Maroons 26-15 in that third quarter.
That's what we begin with. Fourth, Kobe is still on the floor, slides, and is called for a traveling infraction. Now he's been on the floor a lot today.
Slipping on a wet spot there, but continuing to be aggressive.
Losing his footing on his own, no? Gutting it out.
He has been one of the few bright spots. He and Gomez De Liano are only 2 players in double figures for the Fighting Maroons.
Still no Bright Acueti, who has 4 personal fouls.
Right now, Kobe is actually playing the 5 spot
Out of bounds, stepping down the line.
with no center on the floor for UP as Murrell forces a turnover against Mike Nieto.
Rivero, Manzo, Murrell, Tongkab, and Paras. Manzo. Nowhere to go. Richie driving. Still no go. Our last line of defense, Isaac Go. Challenging. Inside, Navarro, pumali pa! What a pass. Jollibee 100% the amazing move of the quarter.
That's going to be assist number 2 for SJ Belangel. And he has really played heads-up basketball. Reason why Coach Bo has kept him in the game. Oh, Coach Tad, rather.
Manzo gets in, gets it off the glass. 63-48.
Has been a since June Manzo has scored a bucket.
Navarro gets through, enters their attack zone. Navarro with the squeezing in, stretching through, and getting another 2 points. 8 points for William Navarro.
Taking advantage of his length there. And again, that brush screen allowing Navarro to dive to the hoop.
Manzo again will answer.
Manzo.
He's got to put some stops together though.
Can't afford to trade baskets.
Navarro looking for a friend with 12 to shoot. Belangel has Paras on him. Mamuyak with 6 to shoot. Mamu steps back for 3. They're gonna call a
Technical foul on number 5, GM Mamuyak.
Mamuyak will be called for a technical here. Am I correct, Marco?
Looks like they're going to call it a technical for him for faking a foul. There is that hang time move there from Will Navarro. So that's going to be the 3rd personal foul on Gian Mamuyak.
Manzo getting ready to take the technical. If you're UP, you take every opportunity score you can get, but you gotta make your free throws. Will be Paras sit down. I think Bright Acueti come back in here with 4 personal fouls.
This is where UP will leave it all on the line with 7:48 remaining. They're going to need Bright on the floor to make one final push.
Guess what though?
Ange Kwame.
It's back. Fresh as a daisy.
If because the thinking here is for UP, if you cannot cut it down to less than 10 points with about 4 minutes remaining, they're going to have a hard time, especially against a veteran team like the Blue Eagles.
So what's the call here, Marco? I'm a little confused. So they're gonna give the ball back here. Ateneo, correct? With 14 seconds.
Yeah, gave the technical free throw,
Okay.
but possession remains with Ateneo.
Merle hounding Navarro. Belangel will shoot one. Not that time. But they get the offensive rebound again.
First time as well that Ateneo's gone 2 bigs.
Isaac Go and Ange Kwame. Navarro gets it through.
Well, actually 3 big this time with Will Navarro now playing the number 3 spot. Unorthodox lineup for Coach Tab Baldwin.
16-point lead. The brush screen. Acueti diving. Ateneo retaining possession. Nieto twirling. And no entry, says Javi Gomez de Leaño, in a wild chase.
2-on-1 situation there for Mike Nieto.
Under 7 minutes to play.
For Mike Navarro.
Despite the contact.
Shot clock at 18 seconds.
Coach Tab Baldwin is beside himself. Would have been an extra pass there to Ange Kwame.
Triple screen for Wong. Back to Kwame. Play broken up by Acueti.
That was a weak pass from Adrian Wong.
6:45 to play with 16-point lead. Manzo again. Make that 14.
That has been his bread and butter.
Manzo and Kwame going at it. Belangel gets away. Sets up Kwame. Smack down.
Another heads-up play from SJ Belangel.
Poison points in the paint for Ange Kwame. Rivera goes to his right. May have kicked the ball, and it's SJ Belangel who bothered that dribble. Let's look at our McDonald's instant replay here. Belangel gets into the defense, sets up Kwame. Kwame rattles the rim on a McDonald's instant replay.
Now the heir apparent to the keys of this offense once Matt Nieto and Mike Nieto graduate.
No doubt about it. Navarro forces it through. Gets the 2+1 special.
And the length of Will Navarro recognizing the smaller defender. How about the versatility?
Look at that stretch. And then just the right spin to get it up and in for a 71-53 count. Under 6
And
minutes to
one for
play and
William
5 players in
Navarro.
double figures for Ateneo, Marco.
Led by Matt Nieto, together with SJ Belangelas, actually 11 points. Will Navarro with a season-high 12 points on a very efficient 6 out of 10 from the field. Kwame and 30 have 13 apiece.
And another repossession, another retrieval for Ateneo. Story of the game for them is the multiple possessions and the second chance points to kick it up to a 20-point lead now. The #1 team in the league is now looking to drop the hammer on UP.
And once again, they dropped to a zone.
Kwame, UP gets it back? No. It's Ateneo ball.
Into the game, Gobi
Kobe Paras will make his way back to the ball game.
Last stand. The
That's
Gomez
right.
de Leaño brothers, Paras, Acueti, and Jun Manzo.
They're going to have to put a little more pressure here because Ateneo will milk this clock.
Navarro has been big. Acueti breaks up the play, but it will stay with Ateneo.
Wright has been so good on that blitz all season long.
Eagles.
Got a timeout here, we'll be back. Kaya po na nabanggit namin kanina, wala pong laro sa Wednesday. Sabado po, magsisimula ang ating second round. We will all head over to the Mall of Asia Arena for the start of the second round of your UAAP Season 82. In the meantime, with 5 minutes left here and a little change, Ateneo with a 20-point lead and everything falling for them now.
Biggest lead of the ball game, 22 points.
First of all, that's just such an unfair move.
Yeah,
I mean, how? How are you
that's
stopping
6'11", coming from outside the three-point line.
that? You just passed the Gatorade hydration checkpoint and too much heat on that pass. Kobe Paras and Bright Acueti.
Turnovers hurting the Fighting Maroons' chances of coming back in this one. They have yet to grab a rebound here in the fourth quarter.
In the meantime, sorry, go ahead,
17
Marco.
points, 14 rebounds.
And the 6 blocks. Look at him.
It's gonna be I think they're going to give 3-second violation to Isaac Go.
Had to call something there. Or 41 to play.
Coach Stan Baldwin still complaining.
While the pressure is still on for Ateneo here. No Bo Perasol for pretty much almost the whole second half of this ball game. Him being ejected as Juan Gomez de Leaño.
Only the 5th point of the ball game for Juan Gomez de Leaño. Richie Rivero as well held to just 6 points after a flurry of baskets to end that first quarter.
He had a lot of tries, but
Again, the Ange Kwame
Dami,
factor.
yeah. Even at one point, Isaac Go, the last line of defense. Speaking of the guy, that will be negated.
That's going to be a charge against Matt Nieto. Good defensive stance there for Kobe Paras.
Second team foul.
Kobe Paras taking the contact there. His first game against Ateneo here in the UAAP. Manzo, Paras. Stuff that they need. Quick 5-0 run.
Still a sliver of hope here for the Fighting Maroons.
Nieto. Wong tries to get it back. Nope. Kobe stretches out for that one. Javi to Manzo. Defense was there.
Yeah.
One. Again, the last line of defense breaking up that shot.
And you know, even if he does not get a hand on it, he does so much to change shot. That time, Juan GDL had to lob that layup.
One assist. And for UP, what's that? 7 assists all in all throughout the game, if I'm not mistaken.
8 assists for the entire
8
ball game.
In the meantime, like a machine here on the other end, going through their plays.
Time winding out here for the Fighting Maroons.
3-minute mark. Paras forces the issue here. Wow, but he gets it back, but it's sent back by Navarro. Wow, what defense.
And Ange Kwame will put a stop to that possession.
Cut by Wong. Cut by Nieto. But Navarro to clean it up.
Just relentless.
And a 21-point lead by the defending champions. The Ravenas are in attendance. Happy birthday to Ozzy Ravena.
Oh, happy birthday.
Boy, I saw her early.
Ozzy, yeah.
7:30 this morning because, well, Adamson had a game early in the PBL Collegiate Conference. Then right after that, her daughter, of course, Danny Ravena, played in the Ateneo game when they won against UST.
Coach Bong Ravena, always present.
Semifinals of the Collegiate Conference going on. And then they hop over to the Araneta Coliseum as Bong was also there at San Juan or earlier. They all come over here to watch 30 and the rest of Ateneo. Now pulling away.
Another turnover leading to an Ateneo fast break. And Kwame still challenging those shot attempts.
81-58. As we get into winning time here for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, the PS Bank last 2 minutes. PS Bank pasent via mobile. Ang padala mo cash agad in minutes. One set up to Javi. Matt Nieto holding on to his solar plexus here right in front of us. Tyler Teal in the ball game. 30 is back too. Didn't think we would see him.
Yeah.
Pero pinagpahinga na niya sila William Navarro.
What a game Will Navarro has played as Isaac Go icing on the cake.
The ever reliable. And he's coming into this game, by the way, shooting 6% from 3. 1 out of 15. Would you believe that?
Yeah, you know, the entire Ateneo team has been shooting poorly this season.
And that's Kwame with a rack attack there
Blue
for
Eagles
a 26-point lead.
methodically taking the fight out of Fighting Maroons.
That's what it is. They're really sucking the air out of the venue, the UP side of things.
That's going to be a foul against Isaac Go.
Forward pass, smackdown time. Say goodbye to that one. And an all-around great game by Ange Kwame too, especially from a defensive standpoint. Defensive rebounding. And 19 points, most scored by an Ateneo player this season.
And you know, boom,
By
average.
Ange Kwame at 19. Remember, I started the coverage.
Nobody
I said
scored more than
nobody
20.
has scored more than 20. There have been 18 or 17 players who have scored 20, some of them multiple times, but none from Ateneo. And still, wala pa rin as Kwame now will sit down with 19 points.
Prior to this game, average winning margin of the Blue Eagles has been 14 points. And they're going to pad that one with an impending 24-point victory.
Jechu is now in. Credo also in. The Daves too, as they kick it out to Tyler Teal.
That's going to be an assist for 30 Ravenna.
Finishing touches on a masterpiece and a masterful win for the defending champions, who will go through the first round of Season 82 of the UAAP unscathed. And for the second straight game, Ateneo recovers from a first quarter deficit
Yeah.
and a first quarter struggle against another team. UP last time was UE.
Prior
And
to
again
this
in the third quarter, that's where
explosion.
Yeah,
Prior to this game, well, the biggest margin of victory of Ateneo was 28 points against the FEU Tamaraos.
that's right. I covered that game, and it was a game that FEU couldn't do anything right prior to their game against National University.
And Ateneo so far has held teams to less than 60 points per game this season.
Number
They're
one
going to give up
defensive,
62 here against the Fighting Maroons.
number one defensive team. .1 remaining. So UP will go 5-2. People who are happy about that are the ones rooting for UST.
UST at 4-3 will just be one game behind Fighting Maroons.
But that makes it all interesting there in that section of the draw with the 3 and 4s with FEU, DLSU, and Adamson.
FEU, DLSU, and Adamson all tied up at the number 4 spot.
And that will do it. And that will do it for the first round of the UP Season 82. Coach Tab Baldwin with a masterful job today against the UP Fighting Maroons. Final score 89-63.
You have 5 players for Ateneo in double figures. Kwame with 19, Matt Nieto with 18, Navarro with 14, Ravenna with 13, SJ Belangel 11 points. While for UP, 3 players in double figures.
They started off with that 1-3-1 defensive scheme.
Yeah.
It worked for a while, and then UP figured it out.
UP figured it out when they went to man-to-man, several transition baskets, and then in the second quarter, started to put the clamps on defensively. Of course, foul going to Bright Akweti, not helping the Fighting Maroons, allowing Ange Kwame to stay in the game and dictate the defense of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. And it was that second quarter where they outscored UP 20-10, which led to an explosive 26-15 third quarter. And after that, it was pretty much lights out here in the fourth.
And of course, add to that, Coach Bo Perasol ejected on 2 technicals, back-to-back technicals. But still, after all of that, UP is at number 2 with 5-2. They've escaped.
Impressive first round for the Fighting Maroons.
Right, losing to UST, losing to Ateneo. They escaped 3 times and with point wins, but not time. As the wild card today, Matt Nieto, our PS Bankable Player of the Game, PS Bank Home Loan, isang araw lang may bahay ka na.
It really dictated the tempo, especially in that first half of the ball game, finishing with 18 points, 2 out of 5 from the 3 ball, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal to add to his name. That 18 points, a season high for Matt Nieto.
Those guards, by the way, played one of a ball game today, both of them. Belangel as the backup and Nieto as the starter. Data Land Residential's quality win was won by the defending champions today to make them 7-0. No You Can Player of the Game, yung partner. Itong si Matt Nieto, Marco.
SJ Belangel, 11 points, 4 of 7 from the field, but more than that, the quarterbacking, 3 assists, was very stable as the lead point guard when Matt Nieto went to the bench. Played 24, played just 15 minutes, but invaluable contribution here for the former Blue Eaglet.
Okay, take us through the standings, Marco. Let us know what are the developments there.
Well, Ateneo will go up to 7-0. UP will drop to 5-2, but still in second spot. As you mentioned, Growling Tigers bearing down against the UP Fighting Maroons at 4-3, and in the 3-way tie at 3-4 between Adamson, LaSalle, and NU. Of course, UE and NU still definitely in contention here. We have an entire second round ahead of us. It's been a very competitive first round so far, and we can imagine it's just going to get even more competitive as the second round rolls along.
We mentioned that already. 89-63 is our score, as Ateneo goes 7-0 here in our first round, season 82 of the men's basketball tournament. Earlier today, by the way, the University of the East turned in a win, 78-72 over National University. And here in our second game much talked about leading up to today, UAAP Sunday, well, Ateneo broke away in the third quarter with a 26-15 quarter to establish an 89-63 win over the UP Fighting Maroons, who go down 5-2. For Marco Benitez, Franny Reyes, Yanni Mayo, Direct Abed Ramos, and everybody for ABS-CBN Sports, I'm Boom Gonzalez. We'll see you Saturday at the Mall of Asia Arena for the opening of the second round of the UAAP.